Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. I'm Kalikaiz. Today we are playing Cycle Storm, one of the sweetest storm decks in the Pauper format. So how does this deck work? Well, you are going to look to find an end game where you cycle and Drannith Stinger pings your opponent. We're going to do that a ton. In order to get to that, we're going to cycle our creatures: Healer, Stinger, Carabid, Street Wraith, Vantasaur, and Horror the Broken Lands. I've chosen to play a total of 21 creatures because I'm testing a new card. So previously we had Deadly Dispute in the deck, but now I'm playing Fanatical Offering. This specifically enables the Ardent Elementalist, which I really like. I think the Ardent Elementalist is really good in this deck. And then Fanatical Offering also makes a map token, which gives you more stuff to bargain away with your Grim Search or sacrifice with your Fanatical Offerings. So I'm only playing 21 creatures, which is maybe a little light, but we actually need the colored sources, so I had to play Blood Celebrant over the 22nd one, which I was playing in the Deadly Dispute format. And I actually value the mana a lot more than a singleton creature, so I'm playing 4 Cabal Rituals. I guess maybe that is something to think about, whether or not we want to be doing that. The mana is Lotus Petal, Cabal Ritual, Songs of the Damned, Dark Ritual. Songs of the Damned adds mana for each creature card in your graveyard, which is kind of why this deck works. Songs of the Damned, make a ton of mana, use Reap in the Graves, get everything back, continue cycling through your deck. And then the mana base is 4 Barrenmoor, 3 Furnace of Vault of Whispers, and then 4 Vault of Whispers. The sideboard can't really be a rainbow sideboard anymore without the Deadly Dispute. So I'm playing 3 Duress for Weather the Storm and Thraben Charm, Ingot Chewer for Relic, Pyroblast for the blue decks, a 5th Pyroblast I'm not sure about, like this might not be good, the Hottest Ploy might not be good, and then I have a Singleton Mountain, which I can bring in the cases when I want to play the Chewers or I want to play the Pyroblast. So hopefully this will go well. It seems pretty decent in my solitaire games. You know, we can still turn 3 people potentially, and then that makes us potentially faster than the high tide decks, and we can just go crazy and win the game. We're going to be cycling away, and I'll see you in the matches. Thanks for watching. Did you know you could get sideboard guides on patreon.com/Kalikaiz? And did I mention you can get early access to videos on the YouTube page in the membership section? And if you like these videos, make sure to like and subscribe. Round 1, we're on the draw. It's a little bit risky to just go pedal, cycle, cycle, cycle. I think we can get there. I'm going to keep it. I didn't come here to not take risks. I'm playing Cycle Storm. Our opponent mulligans to 5. We have 4 draws really looking for a cycle creature, for a land. Okay. You know, I knew that this person was probably on blue fairies, so that's going to be a problem for me, especially with no lands right now, but they mulligan to 5. They're probably going to turn to a ninja and tap out. If I find a land off the top, we're in a great shape, I think. Let's cycle. So pedal, Dark Writ, we cycle. Found a land, cycle again, and cycle again. So let's play out the tap land and pass the turn. It's kind of tough to beat the Spellstutter sprites, but we'll see what's going on from our opponent. They get in for 1. Okay, they're passing. Let's cycle a Vantasaur. We have Fanatical. They flash in a Brine Barrow to increase their clock. Gets in for 2. Any ninjas? They have Little Ninja. They're going to probably replay their creature. So let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the graveyard. If they tap out, they did not. Let's cycle the Street Wraith. They're representing Spell Pierce. Cycle Vantasaur. Play the Lotus Petal and see if they Spell Pierce. Pass Petal. They did not. I think I'm going to play the land and then maybe Dark Ritual into Grim Search. Right now we have 12 life. This is 3, putting me to 9. They're going to get to loot here, which is not good. But they hadn't played their other fairy, so they can't counter a 2-drop yet. Discard's unable to scream. Plays a Fairy Seer. So all we need is a Songs of the Damned and to kind of punk them. But they have tapped out of a Spellstutter sprite. So let's play the Great Furnace. Cast Dark Ritual. Let's Grim Search and bargain away the Vault. Now they could Spell Pierce here. They did not. None of these cards are the songs, so we're binning them all. Find Street Wraith. I'll cycle. Kind of all in now. We found a Cabal Ritual. Let's play Lotus Petal. This way the Cabal Ritual doesn't get stuffed by a Spell Pierce. Cast the Cabal. They play Spell Pierce, I will pay. Yep, they play the Spell Pierce. We pay. Now I have 5 mana. Let's see. 2 Street Wraiths in the graveyard. So if I cast the Reaping, 1, 2, 3 Street Wraiths, healer. I can Fanatical Offering and draw 2 cards. I'll have 3 mana left over. And then I guess I can Reaping and draw 2 more cards off the Street Wraiths. Or I can Reaping first. Currently the storm is 5. We have 10 creatures in the graveyard. I think I Fanatical. Sack the Great Furnace. Okay, we found Dark Ritual. Cycle the Vantasaur. I also would like to keep the Petal in play. So Reaping would be a draw 2 for 3 mana. Fanatical Offering is a draw 2 for 2 mana. I will Fanatical the map token. Cycle the Stinger. I think we're going to miss. We found the songs. Luck sack. Let's go. Okay, Songs of the Damned. Try to do the easy thing. We're going to get the... Storm is 9. I think I'm just going to get the healer back. And then return everything. We want to prioritize the Street Wraiths. So Street Wraith, Street Wraith, Street Wraith. And then go down the line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, I double clicked a Street Wraith. Uh-oh. That was bad. So I lost out on 1 creature. Yikes. Play the healer. Because I wanted to get 0 mana draw spells. Okay, let's go. We're at 4 life, we're at 3 life. We're at 2 life. Problem now is, okay, we found a songs. That's good. So let's start cycling some creatures. Another songs. We've used 1, 2, 3 petals. So the Grim Surge can sacrifice the map token. We'll go to 2 life, actually. Or we're still cycling away. We've got lots of creatures. Cycle, cycle, cycle. Okay. Carabid gets cycled. We found the Reaping. We should be good. I think our opponent's dead. Feels good to beat the Fairies Pilot. Just keep cycling away. 3 mana left over. 2 mana left over. So now I have the... Okay, great. So we found another cycler going to exactly 1 mana. Then we can cast Songs of the Damned and continue cycling. 17 cards, 16 cards left in library. Sweet. So now we just have to find our colored source. Let's cycle the Barrenmoor. There's an Elementalist. I will Fanatical Offering on the map. Found the Petal. That's great. How many Fanaticals have I used? 1. I have 1 left in the deck. So play the Elementalist. Get back. I guess I could just get back to Fanatical. I have a decent amount of mana. 17. I should probably just get back Songs of the Damned. Get back the songs. And then cycle. We're going to have an insane amount of mana. Play the Cabal. And then Grim Search. Bargaining away the map. The synergy is high. We'll get back Celebrant. Actually, do I even need to? Or we can get it back with the Reaping. I'll take this Reaping only. Cast Cabal. Then we'll go Songs. Songs. GG. Get the Reaping. Target the creature on the bottom. Get back everything else. Make sure that I click the Celebrant too. Then go down the line. So we're just going to spam click on that healer there. Everything's coming back. Play the Celebrant. And we're going to make a bunch of red. Just 4 red. Plop these stingers down. Second stinger. Third stinger. There we go. And the 4th one. Now we can kill them before we even deck out. So cycle. 1. Gain a life. Awesome. I'm still F6 here. This is actually taking me more time to execute than playing High Tide. That's hilarious. I guess High Tide is the problem. Put you to 4. And I will put lethal on the stack. Still have 35 mana floating. Nice. Okay. That was fun. We're going to bring in the Mountain and a bunch of Pyroblasts. So my plan is to disrespect their potential for Graveyard Hate. I'm going to cut the Grim Searches. That's an easy cut. And then I could cut the Cabal Rituals and try to play a longer game. We'll cut 1 Horror and 2 Cabals. Maybe this 5 Pyrolist is too much. It's probably not. Maybe we could bring back in the Horror, because that is a decent attacker if we have to cast it. Cut the Vantasaur and trim on 1 draw spell. Let's see how that goes. Basically, my plan is to make land drops, pyro their creatures, and eventually go off. I know that they do play relics sometimes, but it is what it is. I'm not keeping this 0-lander. Okay, this is probably fine. We can put back 1 random creature or the Dark Ritual. I have a lot of... Actually, I don't have that much mana in the deck, so I should probably keep the Dark Ritual. Okay. Let's see if they go land, relic, go. That would definitely put a problem for me. Okay, my opponent leads on a Harrier Strix. Sure. They're going to tap... They have to tap their land or their Harrier Strix. That's funny. So let's cycle. See if I can find a red land. I did not. Pass the turn. Let's cycle this Vantasaur. They're probably going to play a creature here. Or I mean ninja. So they have Little Ninja. Deals me 2 damage, and they get to draw a card because this was the first time it entered the battlefield. Next turn it's a loot. Unless they flip it again. Let's cycle a creature. There we go. Great Furnace. I could try to pyro this. If they flash into creature, I'll probably pyro it. I'm not sure. We actually are pretty close to going off. We have 3 in the graveyard. They get in for 2. They're going to ninja again. Okay, so I can't pyroblast the ninja because they can just flip it in response. Okay. Plays the Strix. Let's cycle. We found Lotus Petal. 1, 2, 3, 4. I tap my land. Arabid. I think I'm going to try to make something happen. This seems like a good window. So, Dark Ritual. They have the Force Spike. Force Spike. I'll just pay, I guess. Very strange. We pay. 5. Petal. Cycle. That's 6 in the graveyard. Now we have a Pyroblast. I think I crack this for red. We'll go Cabal Ritual. Cycle. Cycle again. Elementalist doesn't really get me anywhere right now. Seems like I made some mistakes, right? So I have to maybe pyro the ninja. Kill your ninja. And then reaping. I guess I didn't play a land. Let's get back the Stingers. Street Wraith first. Cycle the Street Wraith. Did not find a land. We're going to discard a Vantasaur. They play land. They're going to get in. Then they're going to ninja this. Yep, we got a 10. Plays Fairy Seer. We can play the Blood Celebrant as a blocker for the hacker. Play the Blood Celebrant. See if they want to Spell Sitter Sprite, and then I'll Pyroblast the Spell Sitter. If they don't, I'll just cycle looking for a land. Okay, we'll cycle. Cabal Ritual. Oh man. They snap the Celebrant so they can get in. I did go up on lands too. So we'll discard, I guess, the Celebrant. Opponent gets in for 4. I need a Dark Ritual or for them to tap out. They flip Ninja the Deep Hours. We're taking 5 damage. So we're probably dead next turn. I need to draw a land or a Dark Ritual. They discard the Harrier Strix. They should have put the Ninja draw first. Unless they really just didn't want the Harrier Strix. They have 3 cards in hand. They play a Fairy Seer. Means they probably have Spell Sitter in hand. If they go bottom, there's a chance they have no counter spells in hand. Top, bottom. Found a mountain. We will attempt to Cabal Ritual. Spell Sitter. Counter. And then we have to find good cards. On songs. Cycle. Cycle. Found the Reaping. Wow. Cycle. Lotus Petal would be great. Cast the songs. Cycle. We need to find something. So let's get back Stinger. And Street Wraith on top. Then the other cards. Ooh, oh man. I don't think I can afford to get back the Celebrant. Maybe I should though. So if I draw mana, Then the Celebrant would allow me to play the Elementalist. So I guess I'm getting that back. Cycle. Pyroblast. Cycle. Reaping, not good. Cycle. Another Reaping. Okay. Probably gonna die. Fanatical Offering this. We found a Lotus Petal. Alright, GG. Ran out of mana. So that's sort of what I expected. I think I should not have had so many creatures, or so many pyros. So let's go put this back in. Get rid of a Red Blast. I'm actually going to not play this land. Put a Cabal Ritual back in. Okay. Maybe I should play the red land over a Vault. Maybe that would be okay. We're on the play. Mulligan. It's ridiculous. Cannot keep this one. It's so would have been awesome with the maybe not awesome. Would have been nice to have lands. But I did take a land out. Mulligan. Okay. Keep. We'll get rid of Fanatical and Dark Ritual. Play the land and pass. So we can Pyroblast their first creature. That makes it so they're not going to be able to ninja me on the second turn. Cycle. Play the Petal out. Pass. Plays an island. Okay, we'll cycle the healer. Looking for lands, I guess. More creatures. They're probably going to flash in a Spellsorter Sprite here and then attack a ninja. There's a Spellsorter Sprite. I get in for 1. That's it. Okay, cycle. Looking for lands. We have Pyro still. Okay. I mean, we're not getting anywhere. Our opponent hasn't made land drops. Brine Barrow enters the battlefield. So their clock is increasing. We could Pyro the Spellsetter at some point. We only have 3 creatures in the graveyard, though. If I can find a land, Street Wraith's okay. That increases things. There's a land. So let's pass. We're almost at the point where we could maybe go for it. So we would have to go like, flash in another Spellsetter to increase the clock. We have to go Songs, Pyro your thing. Plays Of One Mind. Okay. They make a land drop. We go to 12. Another creature off the top would be good. Maybe a Fanatical. 5 in the graveyard now. The healer's good. Put 6 in the graveyard. Barrenmore. So, play the Vault. Cycle the Barrenmore. Okay, we have a Cabal Ritual. Let's go Songs of the Damned. We'd be pretty screwed with the Dispel here. Maybe I should have gone Cabal Ritual first. They're going to Spellsetter. That is probably best case scenario in this situation. So Storm is 3, Storm is 4, and then Reaping. We have to find another Songs. Ooh, my heart's starting to go fast. Get the Street Wraith. 1, 2, 3. Let's look for some mana. Cycle. Pyro's not good. Cycle. Find a Songs. Woohoo! We're doing it. Go team. Cycle the Drannith Stinger. Another healer. Another Songs. Oh yeah. That's how it's done. 1 in the grave. We have all the Songs of the Damned. So there's 7 creatures in the graveyard. I think I just Reaping again. Doink. Trying to maximize. Get the Street Wraith first again. And put this healer later on. I might need to cast it. Cycle. Go to 3 in the graveyard. Or 3 mana, sorry. Cycling again. Okay. Go to 1 mana floating. Cast the Songs of the Damned. Now I'm looking for Elementalist, I think. Gotta get that Blood Celebrant going as well. Try to make some mana. Okay. This is pretty sweet. We're just casting spells and cycling. This deck is fun. Okay, Fanatical Offering can draw me some cards. Pyroblast again. We get the healer. We can play Petal. Cycle this. We have 8 in the... We have 8 life. And this makes 8 mana. I actually am pretty tight on mana right now, huh? Well, we're gonna go back in. Healer. Get back Street Wraith and then go down the line. Light on creatures. I did say I was a creature light in my deck. Cycle. Can't afford to cycle the Barrenmore, I think. Probably didn't matter either way. Cycle this one. 4 in the... Or we have 4 life. Cycle. Okay. think I'm just going to cycle this. Dark Ritual is so good. Okay. That gives me slightly more digging before I have to use my songs. And there's the Blood Celebrant. So now I can afford to waste my mana cycling. Waste my Lotus Petal. Cycle. Make black here. Cycle the Carabid. We have another petal. Let's cast Songs of the Damned. And then I think I have to F6. We'll play... I guess I have to cycle a couple times. Cycle. Cycle again. I'm looking for the Elementalist or more mana. Okay, now I should probably just put the healer on the table. That way I can cycle the Street Wraiths. We're at 3 life. 15 cards left in deck. Dark Ritual. Cycle away. Come on. Petal. Cycle. Come on. And even the mana. Cycling. Okay, so Elementalist cost me 4 mana to cast. Cycle. Like kind of the same. There we go. Red. Elementalist. Now I should be fine. Get back the Songs of the Damned. Cast the Celebrant. Cast the Songs of the Damned. And get everything back. So we'll scroll all the way to the right. Make a couple of red mana. And blast our opponent. There's a Stinger. And another one. I have to remember that I have the yields on. We just have to stack these. No big deal. We only have to cycle 10 times and they're dead. We have 8 cards left in the deck though. Cycling. Blasting you. I could Fanatical Offering the Elementalist to put in the graveyard. It's probably worth doing. Blast this thing. And then I have another Stinger. Cycle. I think I have another Songs in the deck. I might not. Cabal Ritual's good. Gives me a little bit of mana. So enough to kill them. Should I play another Stinger? Yes. Then I don't have to do any fancy shenanigans. I'll draw every card in my deck and put you to 0. You go to 4. Let's win with this 0 mana cycle. I go to 2 life. Haha, got him. So that's round 1. We are 1-0 on to round 2. Okay, round 2. We have 1 cycler. We're on the draw. Lots of mana. I'm gonna keep. I like risks. I like taking the risks. Play land. They're on Silver Bluff Bridge. I think I'm going to play this Lotus Petal and pass. Now, playing the Lotus Petal early means that I'm lacking the mana, or the storm count, but okay. I was a little bit concerned they'd be on Jeskai Ephemerate, and it looks like they are. So we have to be worried about the Great Furnace getting Wildfired, and we probably want to bring in our basic land for the Wildfire. They go top bottom. Let's cycle. We have to be concerned about them playing a Thraben Charm. I'll cycle. Fanatical Offering. So let's play this. I don't have to play the Lotus Petal. If they Wildfire my land, I can Dark Ritual and then Fanatical the land. Plays a Preordain. And then foretell and behold the multiverse. This would be a good turn to try to win. Cycle. Play land. I think I'm going to play the Dark Ritual. Play the Lotus Petal. Tap this. Play the Blood Celebrant. Fanatical Offering. Sack the Celebrant. We find a Songs. So let's just go black. Cabal Ritual. Cycle the Vantasaur. I only can draw 4. Now it's 5. Okay, we're good. Cycle away. Okay. Turn 3. See, we can still turn 3 some people. We'll cycle. Songs. Cycle some more. Got a lot of mana, so it's fine. Okay, 7. Storm is 7. Okay. So we target the Celebrant. Get the rest of the stuff back. Starting with the Street Wraiths. Street Wraith. Street Wraith. Okay. Combo time. Put you... Or just zap, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. My opponent's just doing a little, I don't think I need to do that. I could Fanatical. I'm gonna wait on that one. Cycling, cycling. Cycle a Vantasaur and a Horror. 1 mana left over. We do have the Celebrant, so I think I can take 1 more draw. Cycle. And play Songs. And we'll grab our stuff. We have Grim Search. Let's do that. Bargain away this. Dark Ritual and wait. Elementalist and Reaping. Okay. So now we have to play, let's just let these come back. Play the Celebrant, make red, play the Elementalist. We get back the songs, and then cycle. My opponent said it isn't a funny deck. I think they meant it isn't a fun deck. I said, yes, it is. Cycle. We're going to Fanatical Offering on the Elementalist. We found another songs. Huddle. Cabal Ritual. Plenty of mana, so let's just get things back now. Elementalist first. Wraith, and then go down the line. I gotta turn off my auto yields. What was the last one I targeted? The Carabid? Okay. Doot. Go to 7 life, Dark Ritual. 5 life, cycle. I can cast the Healer, which is near the bottom of the pile, off of a Lotus Petal, so I'm not super concerned. Cabal Ritual. Cycle Stinger. Fanatical Offering, okay. I mean, I want to use that on the Elementalist again. Cycle. I might have even more Fanaticals in the deck. We have another songs. This is just working out pretty well for me. Another Reaping. I have so much going on. Might as well, I guess I could keep this healer in hand. Let's Fanatical, sack this. Grim Search. So, cast the songs. Grim Search. Now, we can see that the extra maps have been viable because we get to Grim Search for funsies and just put the Cabal Ritual in hand. Man, that card is good. Cast the Cabal. And we're going to cycle some stuff. We're almost at the point where I think I should just Fanatical. I mean, does it even matter? We can draw the deck. Fanatical only draws 2, right? So it doesn't really matter. Cycle. We could Fanatical the map, right? Or I could bring everything back. So turn off yields. We still have we don't have a healer. Okay. So hold control, or I don't have, just turn off my yields. We'll put the trigger for this on the stack, cast the Songs of the Damned, and then now bring everything back. We'll go white, red, Elementalist, get back the songs, and then cast the healer, Fanatical, kill the healer, kill the Elementalist so I can get it back. Cycle 1 creature and another creature. This should work. Cycle. We're at 0 in library. Turn off all my yields. We'll go to 1 life. Cast the Stinger and another Stinger. And then we'll just, I think better to save the Songs of the Damned. So we Reaping, get everything but the Elementalist back. All my creatures are coming back. Except I left the Elementalist in the graveyard specifically to increase the count for Songs of the Damned. I turn off every single auto yield like 7 times so I don't accidentally deck myself. Then I make sure to cycle the non-street wraiths first so that I don't kill myself. Turn off everything. Okay. Get a little paranoid, but it's all good. Now we start gaining life and pinging. Cycle, cycle, cycle. You are dead. I'll cycle. They go to 12. Just have to execute. Now, if I want to make this a little bit easier to click, I can put this here and this up at the top. So we'll cycle, click this, then the healer triggers right next to it. That just makes it easy. Cycle this one. We go to 5 life, and then 4, and then 5 life again. It's always more fun if you can clump things together. There's no kill like overkill. Boom, boom, boom. They waited until the last second to concede. They took 48 seconds of clock, and I took 7. Okay, on to the sideboarding. So they could have Thraben Charms. I think we want some number of Duress, and then some number of Pyro. So let's cut on Grim Search, 2 Cabals, bring in sorry, I can talk. We're bringing in the mountain, cutting a single vault, and then I'll just trim 1 creature. Okay, let's see how this goes. We have Duress. This is probably fine. They also can't kill this with an artifact destruction spell. They're keeping 7. I'll keep. I'd like to duress their Wildfire if I could. They just play a blue land, just island and pass. That means they're probably going to Lorien Revealed this turn. So if I draw a land right away, I think I would duress them. But if I don't, I have to cycle looking for a land. They picked out their Glacial Floodplain, probably meaning they have the Thraben Charm. Plays island. And foretells a card. Let's cycle looking for a land. Found a land. Your turn. So here they can cast the Behold the Multiverse. I mean, foretelling doesn't show us what it is, but this is really the only 2-mana foretell in blue that is played in Pauper. Let's cycle. I'd rather not play the Baronmoor if I could. Dark Ritual. I'll cycle again. Looks like we're playing out the Baronmoor. Maybe I could have played the Petal instead. They cast their Behold. They have Floodplain in hand. Plays the Floodplain. Let's duress you. They'll probably counter. So they use a counter spell. I'm going to cast Dark Ritual. They might have a Dispel. Let's cycle. Found the Great Furnace. So I kind of wanted to Fanatical the Lotus Petal. Let's see what happens if I cycle here. I'm worried about that Thraben Charm. Dark Ritual again. They seem to be F6'd. Cast the Petal. Fanatical the Petal. We found Songs of the Damned. It's going to be tough to work through a Thraben Charm, though. Currently, I can't do anything about it. Maybe if I hadn't played the Baronmoor, I could be 1 lower and then have found like a Reaping. So we'll have to see what the next card is. I play a red land. Find a healer. I'll cycle. Pyroblast is okay. They don't have any discard spells, so I can play this Vault of Whispers. Plays a Snow-Covered Mountain. Archaeomancer. We'll try to Pyro. They let that go. I'm pretty positive that they have a Thraben Charm in hand. Find Ardent Elementalist. They play a tap land. Have a Dark Ritual. But no Reaping is bad. They're evoking a Muldrifter. I think we've lost. There's no Reapings. I mean, we'd have to go like, I guess if I find a Reaping off the top, I could go Ritual, 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 Elementalist to try to get back Fanatical. Let's cycle the Baronmoor. Another Duress. We're going to wait on it a little bit. They play a land. They have 6 cards in hand. How much interaction do they have? Probably a very large amount. Play the land. They go up to 7 and pass. We are also at 7. Preordained from the opponent. Notice that they did not Ephemerate their Muldrifter because they have the Thraben Charm in hand, most likely. They Wildfire their land. Interesting. 8 cards in hand now. Plays Augur. So they don't have that much interaction. I could definitely beat them next turn if I find the Reaping off the top. They find a Preordain. They're probably going to cast it. I'd be surprised if they did not. Looks like they're not going to. Come on, Reaping. Or Cyclers. We have a Fanatical. We'll try Fanatical on the map. They let that resolve. Cycle. Okay, we found another Street Wraith. We're going to cycle it. There's the Reaping. So let's Petal. Huddle. Cast Dark Ritual. Cabal Ritual. Duress. Nothing they can do can really stop the Reaping the Graves, as long as we do it in response to Thraben Charm. They cast the Thraben Charm. We will go Songs of the Damned. Probably this is going to eat a counter spell. If it eats a regular Dispel, that's not great. Now I can Reaping. Target the Stinger. Then we'll return all our creatures. The nice thing is it doesn't let you target the original, which is funny. Okay, so then I can F6, let all these resolve. Thraben Charm resolves. The rest is going to resolve unless they counter it. Counterspell, double Hydroblast. So I will take, I guess, so Elementalist would get countered. We'll take a Hydroblast. And then we'll start cycling. Maybe I just play out Stinger to get them to use one of their counterspells. Cast the Stinger. I guess they have Hydroblast and Lightning Bolt. Okay. Cycle. They're just taking it. Okay. We're cycling. I guess I have Pyroblasts in my deck that I can draw into so that I can protect the Songs of the Damned. So they have to make the decision if they want to kill the Stinger and die. Okay. Or counter the Songs of the Damned and die. Okay. Cycling away. I don't really care if they kill the Stinger. I found a Fanatical. But I'd rather Fanatical on the Elementalist. We're cycling. Yeah, it's full on combo time. Opponent is dead. Just gotta make it happen. Cycling away. We found a Pyro. Cycle. Cycle again. And Street Wraith here puts me to 10. Cabal Ritual's good. We can cycle Vantasaur. Another Stinger. Okay, I don't really care what's in their hand anymore. I know they have Hydroblast they can still cast. The Soul Read on the Raven Charm. I knew it. Now, what our opponent didn't know was that I was totally cold to it until that turn I went for it. I guess now I can cast the Songs. I should have waited. I was gonna like Songs and then kill this, but it didn't really matter. That was probably not good. Doing that there was not good. Waste. Hydroblast my creature. Fine. All good. That actually helped me. I love that. I lost out on mana because I didn't kill my Stinger before that happened. Like, let this die. And they went and killed it for me. So thank you, opponent. We'll go like this. We'll go Elementalist. Return the... Oh, we don't have a Reaping. Oh, because it's gone. Okay, fair enough. We'll return the Songs, I guess. That means that I probably should have done something else. Like Fanatical my thing. Kill this and draw cards. Uh-oh. So, let's see. If I play the Stinger and double map it... Oh man, I screwed myself. So I should have... I thought I had a Reaping in there because my other one got exiled. We have... If I play the Stinger and then map it 2 times, I can see 3 cards total, so I think it's worth it. Stinger. Map it. Street Wraith into the graveyard, yes. Map it again. Guess I put that in the graveyard. Cycle. Huh, we found the Reaping. I guess it wouldn't have mattered either way, right? Didn't matter. Nothing has mattered. Doing, doing. Get everything back. And our opponent's dead. But what that allowed me to do was make sure that I wouldn't have bricked on a land or something off the top. So if I'd seen a land, I would have drawn it. That was a little bit better than potentially just dying to something else. And our opponent has scooped. We're 2-0 on round 3. Round 3. We're on the play. So let's do it. We'll keep. I mean, our hand is slow because of the tap lands, but we do have Songs, Reaping, and 3 creatures. What are you going to do? Definitely keep that. We'll lead on a tap land. Let's see what our opponent is up to. Great Furnace. So they're on burn. We're just going to race in game 1 and then hope to punk them a little bit in game 2. So cycle a creature right away. Being on the play can help. Let's play out the land. Another Tomb Raider. God. Triple Tomb Raider, turn 2. That feels good. Let's cycle. I mean, I have a good hand. Cycle again. So next turn I probably have to, let's see, Cabal Ritual, 4, 5, 6. They play a Thermo, they're going to put me down to 6 life. So I have to win this turn. Dark Ritual is really good. That allows me to make my Cabal Rituals work. So 4, 5, 6. They cannot currently Fire Blast me, so I can Street Wraith down to 4, cast Cabal Ritual, cycle. Then I have to Cabal Ritual again. Storm is 3. So I cast the Songs. Storm is 4. I have 12 mana. We're going to hold control, cast the Songs, and then get back our creatures. Doink. Going to 2 life. Get Street Wraith, and then the rest. But I'm probably just going to cycle them all. Cycle, Fanatical, cycle. I'm looking for probably trying to get a healer into play. Cannot cycle that. Cycle. There's a healer. We definitely have to put it in the graveyard. There's a Lotus Petal. Cycle. And cycle. We have 1 mana left. Cycle. We gained some mana, that's for sure. So cycle again. This is going to resolve, goes back to hand. We get 9 mana. Play the Lotus Petal. Cycle Vantasaur. Maybe I should have hung on to that healer. I'm trying to think, how am I going to do this? We've used 2 songs. I think I have to just reaping everything back and then play the healer. I'm going to be pretty low on mana. Okay, so healer, get back everything. That was not everything. Okay. Oh well. Play the healer out. We're at 2 life. Cycle 1 card. And now I can play Cabal. And I can cycle 1 Street Wraith. Combo time! We're gonna make it happen. Dark Ritual. Cycle here. 8 mana. 3 life. We have the Elementalist. So all I need is a red land. Or a Lotus Petal. Cycle. Go to 2 life. We will cycle this one. And we found another Street Wraith. We can go to 1 life now. Dark Ritual is great. Gotta find that red land. Cycle. Go to 3 life. Go to 1 life again. And then back to 2. Oh man. We're cycling. Found a reaping. I need red mana basically right away. Cycle. I think we're gonna whiff. Uh-oh. There's the petal, but it does not get me where I need to be. So I just have to, I guess, continue cycling, looking for mana. Oh man, we're really close. Have this for mana. Cycle. Red or black doesn't really matter here. Oh man, let's see. Guess I have to cycle this one now. Found a petal. Another petal. I think the only thing I can do now is Fanatical on the healer and try to rip a songs. Fanatical on the healer. And then I didn't rip the songs, but I also was F6'd, so we lose the game. Okay. Got a little pinched on mana there. Opponent had quite a start. Let's see. We want the Ingot Chewers. I suppose the Ploy. We'll get rid of the Grim Search and an offering. 1 creature, 1 ritual. Alright, we're on the play. We have the Ingot Chewer for the relic, so I'm keeping. Our opponent has mulligan to 6. Now they could be playing things like Smash Smithereens would mess up my lands pretty bad. I'll play my land and say go. I feel that you cannot side out the Street Wraiths just because mana is such an important part of how you play your game. They turn 1 relic. Okay, so we're going to Lotus Petal. We will lose the Lotus Petal. Evoke the Ingot Chewer. Put the Evoke on the stack and then target this. I get rid of my Lotus Petal. Relic is gone. I'll cycle. Land. Pass the turn. Plays a Synthesizer. They find a Thermo. They cannot cast that. Let's cycle the Street Wraith in case I find another Cycler, and I did. Sweet. Ardent Elementalist. Going to cycle the healer here. Cycle Stinger. Okay. We didn't get anywhere. I need to find some way. I guess if I can get a reaping soon, I'll be in a good spot, but right now I don't have that available. A Fanatical Offering would be good, but we cut down on those. Let's pass. They play a Clockwork. We're going to go to 15. Holding up something. They're going to raise me. Taking out my black land, that's a problem. We'll cycle a creature. Looking for lands. Found a land. But I definitely still need... Man, I need the draw spell or something. They play an Epicure. So they're adding to the table. We just have tons of creatures in the graveyard, nothing else. So Fanatical, I can Dark Ritual, tap, Fanatical Offering on my red land, cycle the Street Wraith, cycle the Baronmoor. I'm kind of all in here, but let's Cabal Ritual, play the Elementalist. So I guess I Elementalist, get back the Fanatical, and then cast the songs. Map here looking to see if there's anything on top we don't want. Healer we'll put in the graveyard. Then Fanatical. Trying to find Reaping. Cycle. Didn't get there. Dang. So I could have laid the healer, the Stinger, and then mapped on it, but that wouldn't have done anything either. They're getting in for 3. We can still draw 5 cards if I can find a Reaping. The Gal Blast me to 3, so that's my last turn. We just didn't find a reaping. Some unlucky draws for sure. But that's okay. We can't even see what was up. Oh well. On to round 4. Round 4, we have what looks to be a solid hand. Missing a Songs of the Damned, but I have a bunch of mana with the Cabal Ritual. Our opponent's mulligan to 5. We have 2 cyclers. Bunch of, let's see what they do. Alright, we're passing to my turn. Play the land, pass the turn. 3 cyclers. They appear to be on Wildfire. They Wildfire their land. They grab a swamp. We're going to cycle. Get a Great Furnace, so let's draw. Play the Great Furnace and pass. Leaving up the Fanatical if they choose to go after my land. It would be a bummer if they did. They play a Wellspring. They're just passing. We'll cycle the Vantasaur. Cycle another Vantasaur. Finding a Stinger. Untap. We have a Petal. Don't think I have to go for it yet. But I'm looking for a land, so I'll cycle here. I have the Songs of the Damned now. So it seems like I should go for it. 5 in the graveyard. 6 with this other Street Wraith. That's nice. We have to watch out for a Galvanic potentially. Oh man, we drew a Dark Ritual too. So from bad draws to insano draws. All Ritual. Play the Lotus Petal. I think I will go for... I can Fanatical and Grim Search. So let's Fanatical. Actually, do I want to Fanatical later? Sacrifice the Elementalist. Maybe that's better. So we're going to Grim Search away this land. Any creatures I find, I'm putting right in the graveyard. So we take Songs, Reaping. Okay. And then cast Songs of the Damned. We'll go red, Elementalist. Return the Songs. And then I'm going to Fanatical it. Let's go. Here we go. Okay, Fanatical. Sacrifice the Elementalist. Street Wraith, we go to 12. Just working out for me here. Petal. Storm is 8. We have 8 creatures in the graveyard. Songs. I guess I could try to win. Or we're gonna just keep chugging. Maybe. I'm trying to ask myself, what would Bryant do? I think he would try to win. But I kind of want to just keep going. I'm gonna Reaping, put back Elementalist, or target the Elementalist first. And then Street Wraiths, Street Wraith, Street Wraith, Street Wraith. Stinger, Vantasaur, Vantasaur, Healer. Let's just see how much mana we can make here. Our opponent decides that's enough. That's fine. I like it. What could they have? Weather the Storm? They could also have Nile Spellbomb. So we're bringing in 2 Duress, 3 Chewer, cutting the Grim Search, Cabal Rituals, in 1 single creature. Okay. I'll keep this. I probably should have put the swamp. I have a swamp, or the mountain from the sideboard into the deck. Because now Wildfire is going to be a problem. They play a Dross Forge Bridge. I'll play a land and pass. Landscape. Nile Spellbomb. Okay. I mean, usually what I'm going to try to do is set up a scenario where I play a Chewer targeting Spellbomb, they crack it, then I go Ritual off, play the Reaping. We're just going to cycle this Carabid. Maybe we don't want to put too many things in the graveyard. We'll draw. Finding a Stinger. Cycle this other Carabid. See if I can find a black land. Did not. Cycle 1 Street Wraith. Okay. Play the land, pass the turn. They play a land. Wellspring. Okay. So we're starving for a black land right now. Or a black source. I'll cycle 1 Stinger. Finding a Dark Ritual. Cycle this Healer. Play out the Petal. Okay. Now I can cycle Street Wraith. Finding Fanatical. Cycle another one. There's the Ingot Chewer. So I think I go evoke the Chewer, target this. That's Storm 2. 3, 4, 5 mana. Fanatical Offering, Reaping. Let's start with evoking this. They can't even draw off of this. It was pretty important to find that mana. Blow up this thing. They crack the Spellbomb. We're going to go Ritual. Ritual. I think I will Fanatical the Chewer. And then Reaping. We have Storm counts 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the graveyard. So I just won't get back the Chewer. get back the street wraiths and everything else except the chewer. Might have targeted one thing too many times. I don't know. It's all good. So the only way we can continue going off this turn is if we find black mana plus Songs of the Damned. I lose my graveyard. We still have not made a land drop. They cracked their land. Getting a forest. Okay. Cycle. Found black mana. Found Reaping. Fanatical. So I'll just play my land. And get rid of 2 creatures. 1, 2. They're going to oof away a land. Fine. Land is gone. Do you have another Nile Spellbomb? They do not. I think I'm going to cycle a couple times. Let's cycle. Cycle again. No land. I'll discard the Celebrant. We still have not played any Songs of the Damned. I get in for 2. I go to 6. I just realized I'm almost dead here. That's not good. They have another oof for my other land. Oh, Olympus. So I think I have to try to win next turn because otherwise I'm going to die. 1, 2, 3. Too many street wraiths in the graveyard. There's a Wellspring. We found the songs. So we'll start with Cabal Ritual. And then cycle. 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 We're doing it. Found the healer. That's important. Cycling. Cycle this one. Okay. 12. And then we'll start cycling some more. I think Storm is 2. We need to get things going. I can actually maybe play out the healer right now for Storm count. White. Cast the healer. I wonder if they don't have Snuff Out available. Cabal Ritual. Fanatical Offering. Sacrificing this. Land. Okay. So I could use the map token on the healer to try to dig for another songs. Or just cycle these street wraiths. Like, it's about the same. It doesn't really do anything. Get the Blood Celebrant. I don't need the Blood Celebrant right now because I might though. For red, we've used, let's see, 1 Lotus Petal, 2. I think I'm just going to not bring back the Celebrant and just go for cyclers. Go Street Wraith, Street Wraith, Street Wraith, and then go on down the line. Our opponent looks like they're scooping. Nice. Well, they didn't make us play it out too hard. There was definitely a chance for us to fizzle there. Finding a Lotus Petal would have given me the Ardent Elementalist, and we wouldn't have fizzled. So that was a good play from their end. Save some time equity. We're on to round 5. All right, round 5 versus Babirio. I said, good luck, have fun. Thanks for the content. Thank you very much. We're going to keep this one. We have 2 free cyclers and a Stinger. I can play the Vault of Whispers and cycle the Baron Moors. Let's see if we're racing. We are racing. Okay. Land, pass the turn. We'll yield until their end step just to make it a little bit simpler for everybody. They play Utopia Sprawl. So Bogles is a turn 4 deck, but if I kill myself with the Street Wraiths, then it makes it a little bit faster. They put us to 19. So no enchantment. That means maybe they have really big payoffs, like a couple of Ancestrals. Or I think Ancestral is the correct card. We will draw. Cycle. Let's cycle Street Wraith looking for an untapped land. We didn't find one. I'll play the Baron Moor. We could have a turn 3 here pretty easily if I find a big ritual. I mean, we have 4, 5. Let's see. We kind of have to go for it for turn 3 because they're going to pressure us into doing it. Armadillo Cloak is not really what I was afraid of, but you can still die. So if they play Ancestral Mask, it's plus 4. So maybe 4, 8, 9 damage. Oh, we found the Songs of the Damned. Never didn't have it. Dark Ritual, Petal, Petal, Cycle, Cycle. That was pretty awesome. Now I can Grim Search, explode this thing. We'll take Elementalist and Songs in the order. Cast the Songs, cycle here. Play the Vault, make red. We have no Fanaticals, but we can Ardent Elementalist. Get back the Songs again. Pretty sweet. Cast the Songs. And then Reaping. I probably should have gotten back the Grim Search, but I guess it's fine. Get the healer. Maybe I did not optimize that very well. We're going to get back our creatures. Cycle. We're at 7. Fanatical can sacrifice this. Cycle. And now I have to songs. Start cycling. We're cycling away. I had a really good reaping there, or Songs of the Damned. I'm gonna fanatical this. Another songs. Awesome. So now I can fanatical my map. I like the chaining that I can do with the fanaticals. That's been pretty good. Now I can grim search the map. Bargain. Sack the map. Take reaping and reaping. Any order. So kind of what happened there was we cast the reaping, or the Rowan's Grim Search, for 3 mana. We put 2 creatures in the graveyard, so that Rowan's Grim Search really only cost me 1 mana to draw cards. Very good. We're at 3 life. Another Street Wraith, so I'll go to 1 life. Cabal Ritual, sweet. That's really going to maximize my songs. Cycle. The next card is a healer. We still have 1 healer at the bottom of the pile. Alright, we're in a good spot. Cycling away. Another healer. Don't need to cycle that really. Let's cycle this. I guess it didn't really matter either way. Let's cast the songs. And then we'll just F6. Turn off the F6. Make white. Play the healer, play the pedal, play another pedal, and then cycle the Barrenmoor. This is sort of, it feels like it's more fun than playing High Tide. I'm not sure. I'm having a good time though. Let's Reaping, put the Ardent Elementalist on the bottom of the stack. And then I'll put a couple of creatures. Maybe I should just get everything back. Okay, we'll get everything back. Everything's coming home. How many songs have we cast? 1, 2 so far. So let's make red and red. Cast the Elementalist for the songs, because I want that mana. Doesn't really matter that I burn some mana here. Then cast a Stinger, and then I'll cycle a creature. Now I can cycle after cycling a couple of times, then I can cycle the Street Wraiths fine. Ooh, we found a Fanatical. I can also Fanatical my Elementalist and get it back again later. Cycle. I mean, I love the Elementalist plays, like how it plays around removal. It's pretty awesome. We found a Celebrant, so now it should be totally fine. Cycling away. I really thought that the turn 3s were viable because of Deadly Dispute, but it appears that it's just viable. And 21 creatures hasn't really been too bad. There's so much card draw in the deck. Having that second Songs of the Damned is nice. We're cycling. We have 5 cards left in deck. Currently at 8 life. 7 life. That's my last bit of mana, so now I have to cast the songs. Actually, I had a Dark Ritual over here that I didn't see. Whoops. Okay. 1 more cycle. Turn off the auto yields. And then we will... Let's see. Should I just Reaping everything back first? Or cast the songs first? Doesn't particularly matter, right? So I will songs... Celebrant, red, 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 Stinger, Stinger, and a Stinger, and then Reaping. I guess I'd make another red, and we'll resolve all of this. Not that it matters, but it's fun. And then we'll play out the Elementalist and get back the songs again, so we can basically do it again. Elementalist will get back the songs. Then I have to turn off all my yields. Zoom. Oh, I forgot to get back the song. I already got back the songs. Never mind. I know what I'm talking about. Zap. And once more. And blast. They wouldn't let me do the last 1 damage. Alright, Barbario. That's fair. So, do they have anything that matters? Probably not. So, we're just going to race again. Don't really need the Dahada's Ploy. I don't think I have a great plan versus red yet, but I'm enjoying this a lot. This is such a crazy hand. I'm gonna keep it. We go nuts with 1 land. Opponent starts with a Bogle. I'll cycle. We found the land. Very nice. Never didn't have it. Feel good about it. Abundant Growth. Okay. So things that they could be playing. Dispel, maybe? They could play things like Fairy Macabre. They're going Ethereal Armor. We'll go to 15. Cycle a Healer. Found a Barrenmoor. Let's cycle the Street Wraith. Finding a Dark Ritual. Cycle the Carabid. So the most they could do, I think I'm okay to cycle the Street Wraith here. Cycle? All right, we probably should just play this land. Maybe I didn't need to play it. We'll find out. If we lose based on not drawing a single card where we have lots of mana, then that's on me. Right now they can play a Dispel. So they have to determine if they have Dispel in their deck, like maybe they just attack for 3, then I could be in a bad spot. Then they can untap on the next thing, next turn, and then just like kill me. Looks like they're making green mana. They go to attacks. They are somewhat representing a Dispel. I'm at 8. Maybe I should have gone for it last turn. That would have been a turn 2 though, so that would have been a little aggressive. I believe that would have been turn 2. They rumble. Okay, so we're in the clear. We're going to turn 3 again, I think. Or we're going to go for it. They find Ram through. And Forest, Plains, Bogle. They choose the Forest. And what do they play? They can hold up a Ram through, but it doesn't do very much. We'll Petal. Petal. Dark Ritual. Now, I could cycle the Vantasaur or Grim Search. I think I'm going to bargain this. Take the Ritual. Okay, that allows me to have more towards the next thing. Well, Dark Ritual, cycle the Vantasaur. 7 in the graveyard. Street Wraith. We go to 4 songs. Now I can Fanatical on my Petal. And chain the Fanaticals a little bit. Cycle, cycle, cycle. Great Furnace, we'll tap it. And Fanatical my Furnace. Vantasaur gets cycled. Sweet. Dark Ritual. This is just really working out. Let's Fanatical here. Never running out of things to target. Cycle a Healer. Play Lotus Petal. Play Cabal Ritual. I'm trying to float a red for later on. And then we have Storm 12. Okay. Reaping. Should I get... I think I'm just going to Songs again. Then Reaping everything. Then I can play out the Healer. They could have a Ram through, but we can gain a lot of life in response. Turn off the yields. Here's the Healer. And we'll start cycling. Cycle that one. Where are we going with this? Yeah, it's combo time. You know it. I guess I can play out a Stinger. I can play out 2 Stingers. So we can maybe just win off that. Stinger. Play another Stinger. They can Ram through now. Maybe we could win with that Ram through on the stack. Maybe it was greedy. We have 18 mana though. We can probably do it. We have a Weather the Storm. Luckily with the Blood Celebrant, I think that we can fight through Weather the Storms relatively easily. It would be a little bit impressive, I guess, if they had Ram through in their hand and they found the Ram through off the Rumble. That would be unlikely. That would have been 2 Ram throughs in the top 14 cards. Oh, they have it. Okay, so cycle. Let's see if we can win with the Ram through on the stack. Cycle this one. Another Healer. Okay. So 16 mana, they're 18 life. It's pretty likely that we take it down. We just have to find like 1 more Ritual. Or cycling. There's a Reaping. But I don't even need to do this while this is on the stack. It's just fancy. Cycling away. I could also just wait. They gain some life. I'm just going to be fancy. Cycle. I want to see if I can win right now. At instant speed. Found a Dark Ritual. Another Reaping. Since 4 Street Wraiths are all 0 mana, I think I can probably win at instant speed here. Cycle this one. We have enough mana to do it. Cycle again. Now, okay, we'll just keep cycling. They're at 7. And, I mean, I could Grim Search, sacrificing a map, looking for the songs, but we found the songs. So I'll just now bargain away the map. We'll take the Cabal Ritual. Cabal Ritual, Fanatical Offering, sacrifice this. Another Cabal. Songs of the Damned. Reaping the Graves. That was sweet. Alright, GG's opponent. Thank you for your support with the videos and such. We ended up with a sick 4-1, losing to mono red. And I do think that we got some terrible draws there, but can't win them all. Opponent with the triple Tomb Raider on turn 2. Very nice. Hopefully you enjoyed. I think Fanatical is pretty sweet, but maybe Cycle Storm is just really good. I'll see you in the next video.